Namaste and hello everyone. My name is Shivika and I am the founder CEO of AVIKA Limited. Through AVI, I help international students navigate life within the UK. First and foremost, before I start this video and talk about today's very requested video, I really want to thank each one of you, whoever has made the effort or took the time out to subscribe to the channel, leave comments and leave a like on the previous videos. I am so thankful to you for doing that because first and foremost, it helps me to it really motivates me to keep going, to keep reading and to keep creating and to keep making information more easily and more easily accessible to you and simplify it in a way that is valuable to yourself and also makes it more approachable in a way, because I know government websites and a lot of different information in different platforms can be very tough to concise together. So I'm so thankful to you guys for doing that and for enjoying the content and for finding the content very helpful. So in today's video we will be talking about the UK healthcare visa. You must be aware that you are one of those people who have been requesting this video, a detailed video on the UK healthcare visa. And so many of you have left me DMs on my Instagram. So many of you have really left comments on YouTube and TikTok regarding all the doubts and concerns and questions that you have about the UK healthcare visa. And that is why I decided that how about we create a video where I can talk about this particular visa that is really in demand at the moment amongst a lot of Indians specifically, because I think it gives many Indians the opportunity to come and work in the UK, especially people with the background and the academic background and also the experiential background in terms of healthcare. Without further ado, let's get into the video. We will be discussing everything that you've been questioning me over your DMs. We'll be talking about what is it, how to apply, where to apply, why in fact do we have the health and care visa, and how is it different when you apply from within the UK and how is it different when you apply from outside of the UK. So yeah, let's get into the video now. I think to begin this video, it's very important to understand the underlying cause behind why there is such a demand in the UK for healthcare workers. And I know it might not be very important to yourself as to why are they looking for people from outside of the UK, because your biggest concern is that yes, they're looking for outside of the UK, so that gives you an opportunity to come and work here. But I would not give a lot of detail about why there is a shortage, but to put it in brief and to really put it in simple words, after Brexit there was a shortage of domestic workers in terms of healthcare professionals and nurses and midwives and doctors who from the UK or from the EU were a massive part of the UK healthcare industry, which after Brexit led to a massive shortage, which in fact is the reason why there has been a demand from the international community to bring about healthcare professionals in the country. That is why in the last few years there has been a very heavy reliance on international workers, and that's why we can see that so many people in the recent 2 years or 2 to 5 years have been moving to the UK on the health and care worker visa. While it's quite sad that the UK is kind of lagging behind in terms of their health and care workers and professionals from the healthcare background, especially after Brexit, because a lot of the nurses, a lot of the doctors used to come from EU, and now since Brexit it has become even more difficult because everyone has to go through the same procedure when it comes to living in the UK and working in the UK as healthcare professionals, which has in fact given the opportunity for people outside of the UK to come and work in the UK with the NHS. So now that we know that there is a shortage in the UK of domestic healthcare professionals, which leads to a massive reliance on international recruitment in terms of doctors, nurses, midwives, and social care workers, adult care workers, and healthcare workers, how does it help you outside of the UK or within the UK to apply for the UK healthcare visa. So who really can apply for the UK healthcare visa? To start with, in order to apply for the UK healthcare visa, it's important that you are a qualified doctor, nurse, medical professional, or have the background or experience with the medical industry. For instance, in the UK right now, a lot of students are working in healthcares, in adult healthcares, and then switching their visas to the health and care worker visa. Because they have gained that experience, because they have gained that training, it is now possible. But once again, like the skilled worker visa, and I've mentioned about the skilled worker visa in my previous video, what is it, how to apply. Similar to that is the health and care worker visa, which actually falls under the skilled worker visa. You do, in fact, need a certificate of sponsorship. It's not like if you have the experience or if you have the academic background, you can come to the UK. No. Once again, you need a letter of sponsorship or a certificate of sponsorship from one of the companies or from one of the bodies that have been listed on the register of licensed sponsors. Now, these are companies who can sponsor visas for healthcare professionals. It could be nurses, doctors, general practitioners, healthcare workers, midwives, and a lot of jobs that fall under this category. In fact, some of the jobs like social care workers and nurses now fall under the shortage occupation list in the UK, wherein wherein the restrictions in order to apply for the visa has been reduced to bring about more people from the healthcare industry from outside of the UK. Now, more on the shortage occupation list in a different video. If this is something that you are interested in, then do leave it in the comment section below that you want to discuss about the shortage occupation list, so I can make a separate video about it because it's got different occupations. But coming back to this video, for the health and care worker visa, you do need a certificate of sponsorship. You do need a medical body, a list of companies that have been on that register or on that government website, which I will leave a link in the description below. You need a sponsorship letter from one of those. Once they sponsor you, then you can apply for your health and care worker visa. Another question that was asked to me by a lot of people was, how long can we stay in the UK once we've gotten the skilled worker visa or the health and care worker visa precisely? Well, you can stay up to 3 years or up to 5 years, which is the maximum. So it depends on your employer, to be honest, if they give you the sponsorship for 3 years or if they give you the sponsorship for 5 years. After the period of those 5 years, like after 3 years, you apply for another 2 years, or after those total 5 years, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain, which is also the UK residency. So once you complete those 5 years on your skilled worker visa, on your health and care worker visa, then you can apply for your indefinite leave to remain. And once you do that, you can study, live, work in the UK without a visa sponsorship, because now you have a residence card that allows you to live in the UK for a certain period of time. Now, two things that a lot of people have asked or have been confused about is, can I apply from outside of the UK or can I switch from within the UK? The answer to both these questions or both these scenarios is a yes. You can switch your visa from within the UK if you are on a student visa or some of the other visas that are listed on the website, which I will also leave in the description below. But you can also apply from outside of the UK. In fact, at the moment, the maximum number of healthcare professionals who are being recruited from outside of the UK are from India and the Philippines. So if you are from one of these countries and if you're interested to move to the UK on the health and care worker visa, then this is the right time and this is the opportunity for you to do that. The process more or less is the same, because when you come to the UK and you're applying from within the UK, you're switching your visa. So you do not have to prove your English language proficiency if you're a student and you've completed your degree. So for instance, I've completed my degree, my master's from Warwick University. And now if I want to apply for the health and care worker visa, I do not need to prove English language proficiency. Whereas if you're applying from, say, outside of the UK, for example, from India, you do need to prove your English language proficiency, and which you can do by taking the SELT English language test, which is the secure English language test, basically. It's not as difficult. It's basically to understand the fact that you can speak, write, read, and understand English. England being, or the UK being, an English speaking country, the priority is that all the healthcare professionals, because you'll be dealing with the local population and the local population is aging, that you're able to better understand their language. So if you're applying from outside of the UK, yes, you need to take a test. If you're applying from within the UK, but if you're a student who has completed their degree from one of the UK universities or English speaking universities, your course has been taught in English, then you do not need to give the English language test. Another thing that makes a difference is if you're applying from outside of the UK, then your documentation will be a bit different, because you will be applying from outside of the UK and it's probably your first application to the UK. Then you would need to go in for your fingerprints, because you will have to apply for your biometric residence permit, and you will have to submit all the other documents like your bank statements and like your English proficiency test or qualification. Whilst you're applying from within the UK, you would already have a biometric residence permit on the last leave that you've had. So you would have to go to the visa office again, but that would just be to get another round of fingerprints so that you can now get your new BRP, wherein you will be mentioned as a skilled worker in the UK. Now, another condition that you need to fulfill, which you definitely not forget, is the financial requirement by the UK. So the first scenario is you are in the UK, you're switching your visa. Do you need to prove your financial situation? All you need to do, if you've not spent last 12 months in the UK, then you need to show £1,270 in your bank account for 28 days in a row. When I say 28 days in a row, that means from 1st of June to the 28th of June, you should have £1,270 in your bank account, and the application should be made in the next 31 days of the last day of your account, of your fund that has been held in the account. So for instance, I have held my money in the account £1,270 for 28 days, that is 28th of June until. So your application should be made in the next 31 days, definitely. So my suggestion would be, if you're applying for your visa, say on 5th of July, 10th of July, 15th of July, you'll be fine. But if you're planning to apply for your visa on, say, 10th of August, you've already passed that 31 days, and it's important that you keep that fund. In fact, keep more than that. Every time I have had to keep fund for any visa, I've left it for good month and a half too, so that it stays and maintains there. Try and keep it in one of your savings accounts so that you don't end up in any moment like going below that amount, because you need to show it. However, if you have lived in the UK for 12 months in the previous before applying for this visa, you do not need to show this financial maintenance. Another way that you cannot, or you are excused from not showing the £1,270 in your account, is if your employer, the company that is sponsoring your visa, agrees that they will be sponsoring the first month of your time in the UK. So when there is the certificate of sponsorship, when you fill out that form, the company has a section on the form where they can mention that yes, the company will be sponsoring. In that case as well, you do not need to show those funds in your account for 28 days. If you are applying from outside of the UK, say for example from India, yes, again, you will have to show those funds for 28 days, definitely in a row. Don't mess this up, because this is really important and can easily be missed out or excused, because we tend to use our card every now and then and just below the limit if we go, especially with the exchange rate. So for instance, if it's 100, then it's fine, it's 1,02,070. But then if it's not, then you are in trouble. So it's important to keep a round of money in your account, so that even if the rate fluctuates, you are in a safe place. So £1,270 in your account, if outside the UK or inside the UK. Keep in mind the exchange rate, and don't touch that account for 28 days, or at least a month, I would say, just to be on the safer side. Okay, so how much does it cost to be applying for the health and care worker visa, what we're discussing about for so long. To get it there, if you apply for up to 3 years, it is £247 per person. But if you apply for up to 5 years, that is your total skilled worker visa duration, which is 5 years, then it is £479 per person. Now keep in mind that the cost for your dependents, that is your spouse and your kids, will be separate and will be individual. So you can't say like, I have 3 kids, so there's going to be one application. No, it's basically going to be 3 different applications, 3 different application fees that you'll have to pay, and also for your spouse. So if you're the husband applying, you'll have to pay for your wife. If you're the wife applying, then you'll have to pay for the husband, and that is individual application fee. I will also list down the fee, the application fee, in the description below, so you'll have an idea. And I'm anyway linking all the important websites that you need, so you have an idea even after you finish watching this video. Okay, lastly, another question, or another common question that I have encountered is, can I work outside of this job? Or can I work, can I take up work outside of my health and care work visa? Yes, you can. You can take up to 20 hours outside of this visa. I mean, outside of your agreed hours with your employer. You definitely can take work, but it has to be in the same category as your visa sponsorship. So for instance, if I have gotten visa for a care worker, then I can work 40 hours with my company that has sponsored my visa, and then I can also work 15 hours as a care worker with another company, or with the NHS, for instance, and earn money there. Keep in mind that both the jobs should be in the same category. They shouldn't be in different categories, and they shouldn't be with a company that does not fall under the skilled worker visa health and care professionals. So keep these little details in mind. Which companies can sponsor the health and care worker visa? I will leave the link in the description below. How to apply, when to apply, how to apply from outside of the UK and from within the UK, I will leave a link in the comment section, in the description below. Alright then, this was a quick video about the health and care worker visa in the UK. I hope you found it useful. I've tried to cover all the little nitty-gritties of the visa that has been left in the comments as questions. If you have any further questions about the health and care worker visa in the UK, please leave your questions in the comments below. If you have any other doubts about the application process, I have more or less covered the fee in terms of how much it costs, but if you still have any doubts, if you have doubts about how to apply, how to find sponsors, then please leave your questions in the comments, and I will try and create another video, or I will try and answer all the questions in the comments like I always do, and I will share all the links. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching this, and thank you so much for encouraging me to do more and to help you out more with all the content that I create. I hope you find this video useful, and I say it at the end of every video because the creation and the research takes time and effort, and when I know that it has been fulfilled and you have found the video useful, it just makes my day. So thank you once again. Take good care of yourself, and for any doubts and questions, leave them in the comments below. See you and take care of yourself.